everyone, it's your girl Stephanie, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Steph. I want to talk about something I didn't expect to experience, especially at this point in my life. I'm in my late 30s and I'm single. And that might not sound like a big deal to some people, but for me, it's completely unfamiliar territory because I haven't really been single since my early 20s. And the weird part is, I actually feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. But if I'm honest, after everything I've been through, a relationship is the last thing on my mind right now. Even saying the word relationship right now gives me the jeebies. But at the same time, it's still a strange season because when I look around my life, most people close to me are married or in long term relationships or have kids. And sometimes I catch myself feeling like the third wheel. You know, like everyone else is living in one chapter and I'm in a completely different one where it's peaceful, but sometimes a little lonely too. But something happened recently that made me realize something important. Why am I waiting for someone else to do nice things for me? Why not do nice things for myself? The other day I was thinking, why do we wait for a date to go somewhere nice? Why do we wait for someone else to take us out? Why does something have to be either a special occasion for us to enjoy like a beautiful dinner or a nice experience? And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm taking myself on a date. So last Friday after work, I put on some heels, did my makeup, and I took myself to a beautiful Italian restaurant by the water. And it was raining that day, but I didn't care. I still went. I made the effort. And when I got there, the place was stunning. Greenery everywhere, beautiful antique decor, mirrors on the walls, rustic ceiling fans slowly spinning. And then soft Italian music playing in the background that made you feel like you were walking through a little street somewhere in Italy. There were little birds outside. The ambience was just perfect. And I let myself fully sink into the experience. I took it all in. The decor, the music, the energy, the treatment. It honestly felt like I had traveled somewhere. Like I had escaped for a few hours. And at one point, my waiter asked me if I was waiting for someone. And my response was like, no. Tonight it's a date with myself. Now, let me tell you something. Because I'm a foodie, I had already looked at the menu. And I wanted everything. So I decided to do this properly. I ordered 3 courses and I paired them with 3 different drinks. And halfway through the night, I had this moment where I thought, damn, this waiter mustn't be looking at me thinking, this girl can eat. I was fully committed to the experience. And by the time my 3rd drink came around, I decided to order dessert. Now, anyone who knows me knows something. Steph, ordering dessert? That almost never happens. But that night, I was feeling bougie. So I ordered a pistachio cannoli and I paired it with an almond espresso martini. Delicious. And when I told the waiter my dessert order, I said, and with the pistachio cannoli, even if I have to call an Uber home, I'm having the almond espresso martini. And honestly, it was worth it. But no, I did not need the Uber. I spent 2 hours and a half with myself, sitting there with my food, my drinks, the music, the rain outside. And I realized something. I was actually having a great time with myself, like genuinely enjoying my own company, not scrolling on my phone, not rushing, just being there present. And something hit me. This season of my life might look different than what I expected, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean something is missing. It just means I'm in a different chapter. And after that night, I decided something. I'm going to start doing this more often, taking myself out, trying new restaurants, exploring new places, having little adventures. So a few days later, after spending a beautiful day at the beach, I ended up at this casual restaurant by the water, and it was packed. The wait time for a table was 1 hour and a half, and I really didn't want it to wait that long. But inside, there was this huge bar with a massive fish tank in the middle. So I grabbed a seat there. And the food? One of the best sushi meals I've ever had. The people around me were super nice. I ended up talking to the people next to me, talking with my waitress, laughing, making little connections. And again, I had a great time by myself. And it made me realize something. Even though this stage of my life feels unfamiliar sometimes, even though sometimes I might feel like the third wheel, even though sometimes I feel nostalgic, I'm actually really grateful because I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. God places you in places you need to be, even when you don't fully understand why yet. And I trust that. Right now, I'm discovering new parts of myself, trying new things, exploring, growing, learning how to enjoy life without waiting for someone else to join it. And that's powerful because loving yourself doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like putting on heels, going to dinner alone, ordering dessert, and enjoying the moment. So if you're in a season of life that feels unfamiliar, if you're single, if your life doesn't look like everyone else's right now, I just want to say this. You're not behind. You're not missing something. You're not waiting for life to start. You are already in it. And the way you treat yourself right now, that sets the standard for everything that comes next. Because if you can't enjoy your own company, no relationship, no person, no external thing will ever fully fill that space. And sometimes the most important relationship you'll ever build is the one that you have with yourself. So maybe don't wait for someone else to take you somewhere nice. Take yourself. Dress up. Order the drink. Order the dessert. Sit at the table. Be present. Enjoy it. Because you deserve to experience your life. Not just to wait for someone to experience it with you. Trust me. The pistachio cannoli and almond espresso martini combo, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Now tell me something. Have you ever taken yourself on a date? Or is that something you feel nervous doing? Message me on Instagram, Unfiltered Steph Podcast, or you can just comment below because I want to hear your stories. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And don't forget, stay true, stay raw, and remember, life doesn't come with a filter.